I know what you're thinking, Grand Moff Tony on a Sunday? A surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. Hello there, welcome back to the channel. I am Grand Moff Tony. Now, as some of you may know, because I may have mentioned it bitterly more than once, I couldn't make it to Star Wars Celebration this year because I was in the wrong country. It was happening in London, and I was over in the US, and I couldn't get the time off work. Long story short, couldn't go, missed a whole bunch of cool stuff. But there was a happy ending, because my mum came to the rescue. She found out that even though I wasn't going to be in the country for that Star Wars event, there was a Star Wars event that I was going to be in the country for, because it lined up perfectly with my trip to the UK. And she very generously bought my wife and I tickets to the Fans Strike Back. Now, this really is, it's an exhibition like none other in the galaxy. It's an amalgamation of hundreds of fan-donated items, including hundreds of action figures, tons of fan-built statues and sculptures and replicas. It's absolutely incredible. We're talking life-size figurines, we're talking armor, we're talking blasters, lightsabers, helmets, the works. It's incredibly immersive, and it was a ton of fun. There were a number of displays, interactive things that you could really get on. There was a speeder bike that you could just get on and ride. It was awesome. And the great thing about all of this was it's all done by the fans. We're looking at 40 years worth of stuff that people have just created in their own homes and donated to the exhibition. It's really, really cool. Everything from absolutely massive ATST and snowspeeder replicas down to a collection of over 120 pieces of R2-D2 merchandise. This was incredible, and so as a little added treat this week, I'm going to share the experience with all of you. Because while I was obsessively geeking out over everything that was going on, my wife had the camera out and she was shooting some footage for the channel. So with all that in mind, I'm just going to leave you to it. I'm going to leave you with some lovely royalty-free Star Wars sounding music, and we're going to take you around the exhibition of The Fans Strike Back. Enjoy. excellent. Wasn't that just awesome? And it gets even better when you think that everything that you just saw was either donated by a fan or it was created from scratch by a Star Wars fan. That stuff is just insane to me. Like, the level of creativity on display was unbelievable. And they had some great ideas for little dioramas that I am sorely tempted to try myself. Honestly, this was incredible. It was a worthy replacement for a trip to Star Wars Celebration for me. I had so much fun, and just the sheer scope and the scale of this place, it was unbelievable. I had so much fun. I'm really struggling to put it into words. It was incredible. Now, for those of you in the UK that want to get over there and check this out for yourself, it is on Old Brompton Road in South Kensington, London. As of right now, the Wednesday openings are no longer running, but it is still open from 10 to 6 on Fridays and bank holidays, and Saturdays and Sundays from 9 to 7. So if you are in the area, if you don't mind traveling over there, it is 100% worth checking out. The VR experience is awesome. Just do it. You will not regret it. I don't see an end date for it on any of the websites or stuff that I've looked up, but I will link the website down below, and if you're interested, you can go and check it out for yourself. I thoroughly recommend it. It was a very, very good time. So that was my trip to the Fan Strike Back in London. The most sincere thanks go to my mum for finding it and getting us tickets. Love you, Mum, as always. It was a fantastic time. I had a brilliant day. Cannot recommend it enough. Next week, we will be back to business as usual with the fine editions of May, now that it's not a tremendous spoiler to the toy hunt. And following that, we will be getting back onto the wishlist series and having a look at 5 characters from Solo: A Star Wars Story that I need to see come to the Black series. In the meantime, thank you for joining me on your Sunday afternoon. Greatly appreciate it. I've been Grand Moff Tony. That was the Fan Strike Back exhibition in London. You may subscribe when ready. Don't start sniffing at the door, Tebow. You good? Okay. Hey, don't sit at the door moaning.